Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be going over another one, which is a ring, and this one is the Ring of Mendeln. The Ring of Mendeln is a ring that seems to be specifically made for a Summonmancer. As we go over it, I think you'll understand why. This one is the Signet Ring of Mendeln Ul Diomed. The founder of the Priests of Rathma and the first Necromancer, was lost over 3,000 years. The immense power over death held within, however, has not diminished. Now, this particular ring offers 25% cold, 25% shadow, and that can go up if you upgrade the item. A lucky hit bonus, which varies from 3.2 to 6%. Pretty good roll on mine. A minion attack speed bonus from 7 to 14%. Got bottom roll on that, unfortunately. 28.5% maximum minion life, which does vary from 17.5 to 31.5%. And then on top of that, also a very decent amount of thorns from 372 to 743. Now, the special ability on this item is when you have 7 or more minions, you gain lucky hit up to a 10% chance to empower all of your minions, causing the next attack from each to explode for 11,944 to 15,926. Now, I got a bottom roll on that, unfortunately. Now, 7 minions is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm currently at 9 minions, and each of them apparently can explode on their next attack. Now, it is unfortunately a lucky hit, but I'm not really sure how well that's going to work out. I have a 50%, 53% lucky hit chance because of the... did it actually change when I put that on? It did actually change when I put that on. That's quite interesting. So a 53% lucky hit chance with this, and you can calculate that out pretty easily. It doesn't take very much effort. Pretty much what you do is you take a calculator, you take 0.53, which is what I have right now, and you multiply that by 0.10, which is the percentage on the item, and you get about a 5% chance, a 5.3% chance, which isn't very high. But let's see if we can get it to happen, shall we? So I'm going to go ahead and murder a bunch of things, and we're going to see if we can empower our minions. So it sounds to me like I just have to murder a lot of stuff, and as I'm murdering a lot of stuff, or even as I'm just attacking in general, the effect will spread to my minions, which will cause my minions to dish out the damage. I can go ahead and just hit a whole bunch of targets, and see if we can get it to happen, shall we? Definitely seemed like I saw a little explosion there. It seemed to be almost like a ghostly colored thing. I want to say it looked like it was like ghostly colored, like a little like not a very large explosion, about the size of the monster. So each one can hit for that, which doesn't really sound like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it does actually add up to quite a bit when you yeah, that's it right there. That's the explosion. Interesting. But it does add up to quite a bit when you actually think about it. Like, I currently have 9 minions, which I could actually have more than this. And depending on how you're running your minions, because there's a couple different ways you can do your minions, you could end up with a really large number of minions. Right off the top of my head, I know, for instance, I could be running 3 skeletal mages more, not 2, which is 6. And I could be running 3 more skeletal warriors, which would be 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 6, which is going to get us how much damage? Let's run this on the calculator. I don't even know why I closed the calculator, because now we need the calculator again. So obviously we got 6 plus 7, which is our total number of warriors of 13. And then we're going to take the damage on the ability. So according to the ring, the maximum damage is 15,926, which is probably what you would want to get. But we multiply that by 15,926, which is going to get us about 207,000 damage, which certainly is no slouch for basically a random effect, which can just happen all the time. So, you know, if you're attacking regularly, if you're, dishing out lots of damage, it sounds like this is going to happen all the time, and you're going to have your minions just constantly attacking. And I totally even forgot. I'm sorry, not 13. It would be 13 plus 1, which is 14, because of the golem. I didn't even calculate in the golem. times 15,926. Also, it's very important to note that this kind of effect has a higher damage output the higher level item that you find it. So when you find items like this, like for instance, I have one here where my skeletal mages will do blizzards on them, right? Well, I've got other items in here that also do blizzards, but the higher level the item is, the less, the better the damage is. And as you go forward and you find, various effects, you can see this one right here is only 1,293. Whereas this one right here is 2,389 for the maximum. It's because this is a lower level aspect. This came around 71, and this one is more like 75. So if you can find this at a high enough level, hopefully like level 100 with an 820 item power, the damage on this could potentially be even higher than 15,926 per explosion, and you could be looking at some more interesting numbers. Now, how much damage does it actually do once all your modifiers are in place? I'm not exactly sure. But it definitely seems to have some potential for a Minionmancer to get you some pretty crazy damage output. I mean, not only does it increase the speed of your minions, it also increases their life, their thorns, and also your lucky hit chance in the process, and gives you a pretty hefty little damage bonus for basically all of your minions doing their job. Now, this is also interesting because it also means that you don't necessarily have to pick a minion that does damage. You could be utilizing, say, the defenders, which is an interesting choice. The skirmishers also has the ability to summon one extra skirmisher. So instead of 4 plus 3, it would be 5 plus 3, which would be 8. So you could be looking at even more skirmishers. And it seems to me like this particular ability almost wants you to use as many minions as you possibly can. Because if you can get as many minions as you possibly can with this ability, you're going to multiply your damage even more. So instead of multiplying your damage by 9 or 7, you're multiplying your damage by 13 or 14, or however many high you can make your minions get to, because, well, the more minions you have, the more explosions occur, and the more explosions occur, the more damage output you get, and you can combine that with other effects to kind of increase your minions even more. I do eventually plan to do a Minionmancer. This is not my Minionmancer. This is a summon slash bone spear mancer, but I do eventually want to do a Minionmancer, and we're going to play around with that idea as well. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, even when we're just looking at the Ring of Mendeln. And as always, keep watching.